Hi, welcome back everybody. Here is your tea. Today it's a licorice nettle tea. I am so excited to see you because I have a really exciting project this month. I am going to be hand making some spandrels on my porch. So my husband bought me a jigsaw for my birthday, which is very exciting. I've wanted a jigsaw forever, and now I feel completely unstoppable. I drew this little template. This is the design that's gonna go on the porch. I think it'll be very charming. I don't know what color it's gonna be yet, and also my husband and I are in the process of painting our whole entire house. So these will be a cream color like the door frames, and I'm thinking that these will either be the red color or a color in between the yellow and the red. I've already bought the wood. It's a bunch of 2x4s I have hidden behind this pillar so that you can't actually see it. Now that you know the gist of what I'm trying to do, the only thing left to do is start. Let's do it. So I started the project by creating a template for myself for the angle of the zigzags. When I got the wood, I measured the halfway point across the width of all the boards. I marked where all the 3/4 inch wide holes needed to go, and then I measured and traced the zigzags so I had a guide for where I was going to cut. It was pretty fun and peaceful, and I listened to the Lord of the Rings books while I measured. I know that this is a little bit of a sketchy situation, but I don't have any other place to do this, so we're gonna make these holes on these bricks. And I think we're gonna be fine. Let's make the first hole. So I've got a few of these holes drilled now, and because I'm using impact driver instead of a drill, because these holes are pretty deep, it's helpful to like put a nail through like a little bit so that it starts exactly in the right place. And also I'm gonna have to deal with all this tear out on the bottom. So it's been several days. Everything feels different than the last time I filmed. So let's try my new jigsaw for the first time. My first cut went really well. Oh, yes. Wow, this is so freaking nice. Here's the first one. It took me a while, but I finished cutting all the pieces. And now it is time to sand and fill. So I have these 2 ladders, and I have some clamps. And the first thing I'm doing is I'm using an old-timey planer. When I'm done planing, then I sand, and then I fill the gaps. And then I let it dry for the night, and then I sand it again. And then when that's all done, it'll be ready for priming and painting. I finished sanding and planing, and so I'm finally able to move on to priming. I've been looking forward to this part for a long time. I've just been dreaming of priming. So I wanted to tell you about this thing that I learned about that maybe you already know about, but it has been giving me a lot of hope to imagine. It's called Solarpunk. Solarpunk is kind of a counter to cyberpunk, which is basically like a sci-fi genre that imagines the future, but it's like dystopian and black and full of suffering. And Solarpunk is the opposite of that. It's like, ooh, we got real close to messing up, but then we found solutions and we got to the other side and we live in a beautiful world. I think the combination of this time and my interests have made this genre incredibly powerful to me. That's why I'm bringing it up here, because I feel like one of my missions with these videos is to bring hope and inspiration, and I feel like that genre is really helpful, because I sincerely believe if you can't imagine a better future, then you can't walk in that direction, because how would you know where to go? And I've been leading these free compassion circles at my work every month, and like encouraging the participants to imagine a world where their hope was realized. And it's been such a powerful experience to guide people towards their hope, because to get access to sincere hope in the midst of pain, you bring your wisdom of your life into the vision. Listening to other people's hopes, bearing witness to the grief has helped me have a whole different relationship to this moment. I've been working so hard in my garden to produce a lot of food. I've learned so much about the ecosystem and like building an ecosystem in my yard. And my dream, my stubborn hope is that we can do the same in like a social community way. There's something in my heart. It calls and it feels possible. Sometimes I get this feeling so powerfully, like we can completely make that world real. And it's like just next to us. And it feels like, why would I ever believe that? It's crazy. Maybe the story touches your heart and you also want to build that kind of world. The Solarpunk is calling. Anyway, it's getting dark. I primed everything and now I'm painting. I'm really happy to be finally at the painting stage. I can finally see my vision coming to life now. Based on how slow it's been, my goal is to put them up before the holidays, which is in a month and a half, so hopefully I can succeed at that.
Wow, you look so cute.
Thanks.
Oh, frick.
Whoa.
You're doing a good job.
Thanks. It's time to put it up. So these are all a little bit too long. So I have to cut them down a little bit. As you can see, it's raining. So we're gonna have to work around that. Ta-da! The spandrels are finally complete. It has been 5 months since I started working on this project, and I feel like it was really worth it. I do feel like I'm starting to learn projects take time, and that beautiful things take time. That's part of the beauty of the process. It's been nice to have more reasons to be outside and use my hands and be grounded. I really love all the little crenellations, and looking out the windows at these every morning has added so much coziness to our house. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe and join this little community. I look forward to my next project, and I hope to see you there. Bye-bye.